are you prepared to uncover the strategies from top HR leaders? Welcome back to We Talk Talent Season 5, your guide to decoding the future of the workforce. Today, I'm super thrilled to welcome Harshita Khanna, the Chief People Officer of Home Credit India. In driving the HR excellence across diverse industries, Harshita brings a wealth of knowledge to our discussion on talent management. From compensation and benefits to digitalization strategies, Harshita oversees the entire employee life cycle at Home Credit India. So, buckle up, everyone, because she's about to share her game changing insights. But before we dive in, let's give Harshita a warm We Talk Talent welcome. So, Harshita, super excited to have you today.
Thanks a lot, Soumya. Thank you very much. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for
Thank you.
giving this opportunity.
Absolutely. And I'm really excited to get started with our conversation today, Harshita. And I'm going to kind of go with the funnel approach. So I'm going to kind of unravel this conversation with a broader set of it. Uh,
Sure.
Harshita, it would be really helpful to the viewers today that you tell them that how is your industry tackling the changes that the workplace has gone by in probably a couple of years that we've seen. And I think these years have been a huge disruption overall. So if you could give us an overview, that'll be super helpful.
Sure. Thanks, Soumya. Yeah. So in last couple of years, with pandemic, the overall world has changed. All companies had to mandatory go under work from home, barring certain essential services industries, which is financial services, also including us. Uh, and we had to move from the traditional ways of working to the new ways of working and adapt ourselves. So we recognize that, in this change, what is very important, Soumya, is empathy. Empathy in navigating these uncertain times. And we as leaders, or we as, human beings have to be empathetic to another human being. uh, while the time changed and work from home started, when the pandemic got over, there were certain mandates which had come in that return to office is now mandatory. We at Home Credit, we were working from home for certain roles where we could allow work from home at least for 4 to 5 months. But there were certain roles like our frontliners in sales or the call center executive, they didn't had the luxury to work from home for a longer period of time. But wherever we could accommodate, we did accommodate. But last 1 year, we have seen a shift now. We have seen that while work from home was there, now return to work has become mandate with certain flexibilities. And with the change in the pandemic, there were a lot of layoffs which happened. And post pandemic and during pandemic, we learned the burnout which was happening. And we understand that, and we are quite sympathetic to our employees, and empathy is something which is very important. um, while this is there, I also understand that leaders should be empowered so that they could provide flexibility to employees. Hence, at Home Credit, rather than empathy, we understand their problems and we provide tools so that we can support them so that they can work efficiently and they can have a work life balance. uh, at Home Credit, we believe that no role is small. So all the benefits, all the perks that we provide, it is there trickle down to the last layer of the organization. And hence, what we have done recently, we are sharing the stories of the employees, how Home Credit has enabled them over this period of time. Also, recently, Soumya, if you've gone through in the World Economic Forum, we are seeing that, there is a change and technology is coming into it. Everywhere we are talking about AI, we are talking about digitalization. And in next 5 to 6 years, what I see that 40%, 40 to 50% of the jobs that we see right now, they might be replaced. And hence at Home Credit, what we believe in is upskilling and reskilling of our employees. And we are doing that through the various projects that we are running in the organization. Example, Mission Vikas. What is Mission Vikas? Mission Vikas is, job rotation. So those flexibility are there for our employees to go learn about finance if you want to learn about finance, or would you want to learn about our credit risk underwriting policy? So one could do that. So all those platforms are there, and hence what I would want to say is the new HR is be agile. We also have a formula of double hatting out here, and it means that while you are doing your job, you can also pick up another job simultaneously. So just to give you an example in HR, I have got my L&D leader who is also a people partner. So this is the double hatting concept that we have introduced, which is skilling and upskilling through, and we provide all the medium for that.
Thank you so much, Harshita, for giving us this overview. This was definitely a brief one, but a very conducive. I really like that how you, as a brand, and your overall mission and vision aligns with something that's coming for the workforce tomorrow. So not just even amping them up today, but you're also preparing them for the tomorrow. So that is fantastic to know. Thank you so much. I really like this idea and action of double hatting, as you said. This looks like an interesting concept, and I would like to know more. But I'm going to quickly move to the other part of it, and it might just get covered there. Harshita, you
Sure.
represent a brand that is a local arm of the leading global consumer finance provider. So your industry is very niche. It has a very different set of demands, and I'm sure a very different set of challenges that you see. So if I could, ask you that as of today, according to you and your industry demands, what type of skill shortage do you think is causing the talent war?
Now that's an interesting one, Soumya. So we also brainstorm here among my peers and among the leaders out here. What exactly is the upcoming skill that we see? Because the market is changing aggressively in the financial services domain, and there is increase of digitalization which we see, and hence we are looking at individuals, and as I mentioned previously, double hatting is the key. So what we look is individuals who have strong understanding of financial concepts, but also possess proficiency in digital tools. Because in the last 5 years, I would say financial services have incorporated technology in their day-to-day operations. We have seen this shift happening, and hence skill set where you should have knowledge about finance, definitely in the financial services domain or the NBFC domain. Uh, Barring that, you should be digitally equipped. So this is the skill set that we see, barring the niche skill set that we require for a job, which is data science. You know, data is the key. If you have data today, then you are the king. Yeah, so data analytics are certain jobs where we focus on. From an IT point of view, cybersecurity is very important, because while digitalization is coming in, there is a lot of fraud that we see which is happening day to day. And my experience here for the past 9 years now in home credit, I've seen how human beings are sharp, and they are going to an extent of fraud that you can't even imagine of. So hence cyber security, the skill set there is very important for us. Apart from that, in the space of credit risk, it is quite niche skill, but what we do, as I mentioned earlier, our focus is on upskilling our employees, and we do that and we invest a lot in that. And the platform that we provide in home credit is own your growth. We provide the platform and we want them to grow, and for that we provide resources and tools. And hence, how we have become successful and how do we cater the skill set is we hire the new talent, but we make sure that the existing talent who wants to learn more is provided with tools to upskill themselves. So this balance has really worked for us, and in the past 1.5 2 years, we see that we have the required skill set and the knowledge within the organization to run it in an effective manner.
Awesome. That sounds good. Harshita, thank you so much. And I really like this. Own your growth. This looks like a stellar initiative that you're already practicing. So kudos to you on that. You've already given us a, if I could say, a sneak peek into your employer branding strategy, but I would love to know more. So, if you could shed some light on your overall employer branding strategy and how it has evolved over the past few years, because I think that is the yardstick that the entire world is following now. And of course, as we segue into this, Home Credit India's recently launched amazing initiative called the Saksham 2024 with Seva Bharat to educate 20,000 marginalized women and girls. So I'm going to leave the frame to Harshita to take us into this journey and let us know how it has worked out.
So thanks a lot, Soumya, for bringing this up, and thank you for recognizing Project Saksham, because we at Home Credit, we are very proud of the initiative that we took in during the times of COVID. So as you know, and we spoke about it in the previous question about what really changed in the workplace. Yeah, so during COVID, the connect with the employees changed. And that's where we came up with Project Saksham, which means enablement. Saksham means enablement. And we utilized our employees because all our employees were not 100% occupied at work because of the lockdown. And we realized that, we are in the space of financial services. And what we can do is bring financial literacy in the world. Because if we enable and if we educate our youngsters today, then it can go down and we can build a well educated country. So that was the mission vision of the entire project. Our employees volunteered there in the space of financial services, came up with a lot of ideas. How do we educate? And then we actually partnered with a lot of colleges, uh, tier 3 colleges, tier 4, and we virtually educated them. And we saw that there was a kick. They wanted us to actually repeat the sessions again. And through this, Saksham was born. And it was like a fire. And that's where, the PPF group, Home Credit is part of the PPF group, realized that, this is the space where we can contribute to the society because we are in that space. And that's where we actually tied up with IDF. And last year, we educated close to 30K females. And we believe that if you educate one female, then you educate the entire household. That's our strategy. And there were a lot of young girls. So IDF, we visited some areas, and we can share the pictures after this. You can say that we visited rural areas, we visited small household, and we got them together, and it really went like a fire. They really appreciated it. And this year, again, along with the initiative of the employee volunteering program, where our employees are still, taking sessions, sessions for our college students, we are in touch with another NGO this time, Seva Bharat, and our vision for rest of the year is to educate, if not, but minimum 20,000 females. So that's our vision. Now, talking about employer branding, at Home Credit or at a group level, it's in our core values and in the organization culture. We want to mix both of them, and hence ensure an alignment with our business objectives and aspirations. Um, One aspect of our employer branding strategy is emphasize of culture of belonging, inclusivity, and diversity. So we really focus on that. And I strongly believe as a leader, branding starts at home. So my employees are very important. And I think if we have internal communication done in the right manner, we can do the external branding in the right manner. And hence, the logo that we follow here is Let's Build Tomorrow. So that Let's Build Tomorrow is for the society as well, and it's for internal employees as well. So as I said in my previous question, we focus a lot on upskilling our employees, and hence we have a lot of programs in which we, give opportunity to our employees first, and then we open positions for our external employees. Internally, for our there is a program internally for our frontliners that we run, which is called LEAP, Leveraging Our Employee Capability Program. And we are proud to say that last year, close to 1,000 employees were given opportunity or a movement up through this program. So we promote a lot of upskilling, and we give preference to our own employees when there is a position vacant or when there is a box which is vacant. And this is done mainly through a lot of communication inside the organization. And also, we are proud to say that, our engagement score is 88%. And as I said, employer branding starts at home. And hence, when we join all the dots together, we see that we have a very engaged and a very focused workforce, at least in a financial services domain, and attrition numbers talk about that.
Yeah.
Apart from this, what is important now is the employer branding strategy for the external candidates. So we leverage a lot of digital platforms and social media platforms and channels effectively. We share the success stories of how people have grown in the organization and how do we enhance their roles and their capabilities in this organization. And these stories run a lot in LinkedIn and other social media platforms. And this way, we attract a lot of talent in the organization. In fact, I don't want to go far off. If I have to tell you about my story, I joined this organization close to 9 years back as a rewards
Wow.
leader. And today, I'm taking care of the entire HR. And I should also mention that I'm also now leading the facility and operations out here, which means that now I'm part of the business. So this is the platform. This is a real story. I'm an ambassador, and I've grown in home credit. And this is the platform we have for our employees. And this is our real proposition. Let's build tomorrow.
Fantastic. I think you are the walk the talk for double hatting, Harshita. What a phenomenal journey. And I'm just so amazed with these master statements that you've been sharing throughout this interaction. May it be your, if you've talked about own your growth, or we're going to talk about let's build a tomorrow, or engagement score is 88%. I think this is something that has really caught my attention. And it prompts me to the next question, Harshita, that how is your I mean I was going to ask that how are your employee engagement strategies? You've already given us the numbers, so we know they are doing absolutely well. But my audience would love to know, and especially when we are talking about the remote and hybrid work setups. So what is one thing that you would like to share with the viewers?
Now, as you know, that this remote and hybrid setup is the key. That's going to be the new era. And now, what is important is how do you engage your employees? For me, the word engagement um, is not about only connects with the employees. We do that connects. That's the hygiene factor. You have to be connected with your employees either through artificial intelligence nowadays, which are available, or either through one-on-one connect. And I still, I'm still those old days where I feel that HR or the manager should connect with employees on day-to-day basis. So through technology, that's possible. Virtual meetings are there, and you really connect with your employees. But engagement is not about connects only. It's, for me, it's higher definition of engagement. And connects is just the hygiene factor. If you see the
Yeah,
Maslow model, these are certain hygiene factor that, are you providing benefits? Yes, hygiene factor. uh, are you connecting? Yes, hygiene factor. This is like pretty much there. Now, what is the new stuff is how do you grow your employees within the organization? When I see my statistics, what I really want to see year on year, how many leaders did we give in the organization or to our other companies where we operate in other countries. So I'm
yeah,
very happy to share that, a lot of talent from India has gone to Philippines or to Indonesia, and still a lot of talent job rotation is happening. So that's engagement for me. How you're connected with an organization for so many years. And I would have to tell you through statistics, the average tenure in my organization, knowing the fact that we have a lot of frontliners, is close to three
yeah.
years. So people have grown in this organization, and that is real engagement. Barring that, of course, we celebrate each and every festivals. We are present in North, we are present in South, and we are present in West. And India, when I talk to my leaders out here, India is diversified. North is different, South is different. and we believe in celebrating each and every festival, irrespective of the diversities that we have. This is how we get people together, uh, and that's our real focus. So also what we do is we celebrate each and every small success of our employees, be it a frontliner, be it a leader. So we have a very robust reward and recognition program that we run in this organization, and the numbers are phenomenal. On a quarterly basis, we actually close to 250, 300 people we recognize on quarterly basis. And this is where I think the entire package of learning and opportunities, the entire package of job rotation, uh, the entire package of recognizing your employees is very important to actually build the entire ecosystem as I define. And that's how you engage the workforce. So there is a shift in the industry from the activities that we used to do in the past. HR was very famous for Rangoli. Rangoli is HR, right? But
Yeah.
that's not engagement. Engagement has a new definition now. How do I contribute to the success of an individual employee who is sitting in the organization is the new engagement for me.
That sounds like a super solid roadmap that you've almost covered,
Thank you
Harshita.
very
So
much.
that is fantastic and absolutely stupendous to know. So thank you so much for putting that out so beautifully for my viewers. And this pretty much brings me to the last part of the conversation, but something
Thank
that's
you.
very critical because we've covered all the beautiful milestones of your journey. But it would be great if you could share some of the most prominent challenges that you faced in the TA space and probably the strategies to kind of overcome them. That'll be super wholesome.
TA, talent acquisition, is one space which is quite challenging, as you rightly said. There is so much of competition. Close to 1.5, 2 years back, certain startups started giving BMWs as joining bonus. So you can understand how competitive the market is. Uh, and what really helps home credit is the employer branding strategies that we have in place, the own your growth and the opportunities that we provide to each and every individual in this organization is the key way that we overcome the talent acquisition problems that we face every month, I would say, because we are hiring close to 200, 300 employees, our frontliner staff every month. And the another challenge that we face is the diverse candidate pool. Diversity is very important for us, and more than diversity, diversity and inclusion is the key. And that's where our policies support that, our campaign supports that, and we do an unbiased hiring in this organization. We are an employer of equal opportunity. If I have to summarize this one, I think what is really important here is what kind of recruitment process that you have in place and the time to hire. And hence, in Home Credit, we have recently partnered with Zwam and changed our entire recruitment technology, and we have automated our workflows, and we are giving our candidates a very rich experience at the time of hiring. And data is the key nowadays. So we have a lot of data, and basis the feedback that we get from the managers, as well as from the hiring team, as well as from the candidates, we improve ourselves to ensure efficiency and effectiveness in our talent acquisition program. Also, one of the key challenges that I see today is we are spread across in each and every city. We are there. And close to 3 years back, if I see, I had offices in close to 43 cities. So we had to shift because India is huge. We can't be present everywhere. So we have to make ourselves agile. And what did we do is that today we are hiring from central offices to each and every city. I've got employees in more than 30 cities right now. We have got system in place that I can, onboard them remotely, and I can be connected with them remotely. So we have been able to come up certain challenges which are there, but there is a long journey ahead of us because AI is there. The competition will not stop. The startups are there, but I think we have cracked something which is the culture of this place and the opportunities that we provide to our employees by upskilling them. And this is how we reduce the gap in our talent acquisition space.
It sounds very foolproof, Harshita. I think this has been about the culture. This has been about the opportunity. And what I learned from you during this interaction, it has a lot to do with your communication. You are such an open organization in every way, and how you're approaching it. I'm sure, like you said, appreciate the candor that you're not there yet. But in my opinion, I think you guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. So it's a huge shout out to the team from my side.
Thanks a lot, Soumya. Nice that we are pretty much there, but I don't think so. He's gonna agree. There is a lot to learn. Time is changing. A lot of digitalization is coming. A lot of artificial intelligence is coming, and a lot of use of data analytics is the key in HR. And this is how we see the new trend coming in the HR space. And let's see how it unfolds. Till now, it has folded well for us because of, as you rightly said, clear communication and taking our employer at the top is our key. And open door policy, clear communication has let us there.
Absolutely. I mean, the frameworks look very solid, if I could just say that. So any
Crossing my
those
fingers.
come. Absolutely. The disruption is there and we have learned how to navigate through it. But this has been like a gold mine of insight. So Harshita, thank you so much. It has been such a pleasure learning from you on the We Talk Talent series. And I really want to say a heartfelt thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And with that, for my viewers, we wrap up yet another insightful conversation on the We Talk Talent. We hope that you found this conversation as amazing as I did personally. And this was super enriching for us. Remember, the world of talent is ever evolving, as Harshita said, with a set of challenges, but there's something that will always shine through. So join us again in the next episode as we continue to explore fresh perspectives on building and nurturing the workforce of tomorrow. Until then, thank you so much. Take care and happy talent hunting, everyone.